He didn't even finish the game. Joy, who's got more pressure in this matchup that I literally cannot wait for? I don't think I will move the whole game. I'm going to sit there, I'm going to text y'all, and that's about it.
How nervous are you? It's a Niners defense, by the way, is my answer. But
It's about I've never been more nervous for a Niners game, except last year when they played the Eagles.
Oh, you was nervous last game, bro. During that game?
During the game.
I mean, I know you were.
Yeah, during the game.
Your boy was playing.
During the game. Fred played great.
No, it's the Niners defense. The bleeding heart of the Niners' success. You know, the ones that we blame when they lose, the ones whose the coach on that side of the ball gets blamed when they don't play well.
100%.
All excuses get piled on here. Y'all get all this, just all that, and then this. And then, hold on, what else we got? We gonna put my makeup back on there. This is y'all's fault.
Everything.
Yeah. No, it's the defense, for real. It is, because if the defense doesn't play well, as you mentioned, the Lions' strength is their offense. And now you're putting pressure on Brock Purdy, who is a really, really good player, but in an NFC Championship game to go and play at a super high level to match that. So you're going strength for strength. The Lions' offense is a strength. If the Niners don't come in here playing a really, really good game against this Lions offense, this is going to be a problem for the 49ers. So all the jokes aside, although they are going to blame the defense if they lose, this Niners defense is going to have to come to work against this Lions offense.
I coach Little League football, saying before we take the field on defense, if they don't score, they don't win.
Talk about it.
Point blank, period. So Brock Purdy, top 5 in MVP conversation, all that stuff is cool. If the defense does not perform, they don't win. This is all on the defense. All the pressure's on the defense. The best part about the Detroit Lions is offense. They are physical, they can run it. They have pass catchers on the outside, they can throw the ball all over the yard. This is a big test for the defense. If the defense does not show up, the San Francisco 49ers will not win this football game. I don't care how great Brock Purdy plays. If you cannot slow down Jared Goff and you can't stop the run, you are not going to win this football game. So for me, all the pressure's on the defense.
That's where I'm at with it. I think all the pressure's on the defense, but the reason I think so is if you Brock Purdy, I'm looking around and I'm saying, y'all better than me. So play better than me. Like, Shady, when you and I were on the same team, and I was on the team with DeMeco Ryans, right? I was on the team with DeMeco. There was Connor Barwin. There was Trent Cole. There was Malcolm Jenkins, LeSean McCoy, Deshaun Jackson. I remember my first game starting was week 2 or week 3, 2014 against Washington Commanders. And I was like, dang, I never started an NFL game before. Oh, this is dope. This is big. But I was looking around like, wait a second. Y'all better than me.
Yeah, ain't no pressure.
Y'all got to go win. Like, I'm going to do my job, but, like, Shady, you all pro, not me. I remember playing in the national championship game against Julio Jones, Mark Ingram, Trent Richardson, amongst others, Dante Hightower, et cetera, and I was nervous. I was nervous. But I was like, wait, I'm not supposed to be the reason we win this game. I'm supposed to make sure I'm the reason we don't lose. I'm a true sophomore. The other cats are seniors, redshirt seniors. I'm 20 years old. You want me to be better than Julio? Sorry, coach. That ain't it. I know Brian Arakpo can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know he can. I can't. Not yet. One day I'll be able to be, but not yet. So as I'm looking at it, Fred, you go be great.
Gotcha.
Greenlaw, you go be great. Bosa, you just won Defensive Player of the Year last year, right? You go be great. Trent Williams, you a Hall of Famer, right? You go be great. Christian McCaffrey, you're about to win Offensive Player of the Year. You go be great. George Kittle, you're a multiple-time All-Pro, going to be a Hall of Famer. You go be great. I'm going to do my job. I'm going to make sure I'm the reason we do not lose, like I was against the Packers. I made sure we did not lose. But y'all better go be great. I'm going to do my job. I don't think there's as much pressure on Purdy as there is a defense, because the defense is better than he is.
Yeah, I mean, that's a unique way to look at it. That's how they look at it. Nah, but you said it, so you sound like, yo, that's truth to that, though. Like, yo, y'all are better than me, though. I just got to do a little bit to do my job. So I would go with you, and I would say you're right. I think the defense has more pressure because they have to be excellent. Only thing is, like, that's a lot of pressure, man. Even all pros and all that, like, we are human. We gonna make a mistake.
No doubt.
And then my thing is on the other side of the ball with the Lions on offense, they a top 5 offense.
Like that.
Right?
They
got all-pro tight end.
Yes, sir.
Right?
All-pro receiver.
Yep.
They got all-pro. So it's like all-pro linemen.
A couple of them.
So my thing is, like, it's gonna be a matchup where, hey, we might make a mistake. This all-pro on the other side might beat me.
They are going to make some.
And then my thing is, so then we have the quarterback. What you gonna do? Because I can tell you this much: a big game like this, the Detroit Lions won't miss picks like the Packers did. They ain't gonna do that.
Oh, no,
so then what happens?
Yeah.
So then what happens though? So I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna go with the defense for the pressure, but I just think that if D-Ball doesn't play this game can get crazy.
James,
So-
is there? Go ahead.
Because we had this Brock Purdy conversation, yesterday, and it got a little heated and all that. And I don't want to seem like a hater, but
Rogue James?
no, what I mean? He a young quarterback. He a young fella, but
Hold on. Before I gotta stop you with this. A great person on TV, not named Acho. He's great, but another great person on TV said this. Don't worry about hating.
Don't worry about hating.
Embrace it. Embrace who you are and let it out, James.
I don't want to embrace it yet.
Hate at your best capabilities,
I don't
my
want to
brother.
embrace it yet, but I just, because my dog Acho, he stood up here yesterday and he said, he sat up here yesterday and he said, Brock Purdy has never been outplayed. He gave us all that.
Yeah, only 3 times.
And then right now, he just gonna tell us that y'all better than me.
No doubt.
And all this, and just don't mess it up. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like, why do we even talk about Brock Purdy in these conversations with these other quarterbacks if that's his job?
It's a good question. That's a really good.
It's
It's a
a great
separate question.
question.
It's a really good question. It's separate from the conversation we're having right now. Because if you make me answer that, now I got to deviate. Like now I got to deviate.
But I'm just saying, don't make up stuff. I'm just saying that's
I
what
mean,
we expect.
not really, because we're talking about who has more pressure, and we all agree that the pressure is on the defense because the strength of the Lions is their offense. Like that's what they're coming there with, and so it's going to be the best against the best. It's going to be the Niners, they're the best, the Lions, they're best, and whoever wins that battle will win this game.
Yeah, but
shouldn't we be talking about Purdy if he's in the MVP conversation, if he's only been outplayed a few times, and if we're questioning him, because what we are all saying is that it's not his job to win this game.
And the only reason why I said that is because...
But it's Lamar's job to win the game. It's Patrick Mahomes' job to win the game. And it's going to be Jared Goff's job to win the game.
Yeah. But I don't think none of us would say it's Purdy's job to win the game. Like, I don't think any of us believe that.
I do think it is the quarterback's job to win the game.
But
he won the game. He won this last game, didn't he?
Yeah, he kept them from losing it. It's hard for me to say he won it because he didn't play great. Like, I would hate to say Purdy won that game.
It's just tough for me because I think that's why, and Shady tells me embrace the hating, but that's why we come off as hating, because the world, and you sit here and tell me that you don't put Brock Purdy in that conversation, but the world wants to put Brock Purdy in that conversation as this elite quarterback because he wins. Yes, because he wins, and I think everybody with their own eyeballs is watching the game like it ain't Purdy, and it looks like we're hating. And then we say stuff like that, like the defense and all this got to do that, and they more pressure on them. Just don't lose the game. That ain't no elite quarterback. That's a bottom 15 quarterback. But we ain't gonna get in that. But the only reason why I say
you can't say bottom 15.
Hold on real quick though. We all took the defense, right? And nobody took Purdy with more pressure. And the weakest part of the Detroit Lions is their defense. I remember going in a football game as the third wide receiver, and I knew the third corner was going to be on me. And 12 would come up to me, and he would say, "You finna get a lot of targets today, dog, because the third corner on you, you should whoop him."
Aaron said finna?
Finna.
Wait, real quick. I got one thing, though. When A-Rod, when he's talking to, did he sound like that with that voice?
He did.
And did he say dog like that?
He said, "Get a lot of targets,
he said, JJ, you finna get a lot of targets."
Post quote. That's what you said, James, at the top of the show. If they don't score, they don't win. 6 points, that's already too much in my mind. That's Fred Warner speaking. More pressure's on the defense because for Fred, for Greenlaw, for Bosa, for Gibson, for all them boys, Lenore, for Ward, 6 points is too much. Now, that's a little hyperbole. Obviously, the Lions are going to get more than 6 points. But the point Fred is making is our standard is here. Fred Warner's a Hall of Famer at this point in time. He got 3 or 4 first-team All-Pros. His standard is here. Brock Purdy plays really well in the system. I'm probably the biggest Brock Purdy fan on television, and I won't say he's elite. He's elite in the system, but even I won't say he's elite. So if the Niners' defensive standard is here, the pressure's here because they got to meet their standard.
Yeah, but that's not the conversations that we have when we talk about Brock Purdy. That's why I asked, what's the comp for Brock Purdy? Who is Brock Purdy?
I'm not. I chose his fan.
And Jared Goff and Brock Purdy are the same. Just take it or leave it. Then it shouldn't be on Jared Goff, right?
That's what's interesting. I think Jared Goff in the Rams, I don't think it would have been on him. Because I think that what is Brock Purdy's responsibility? Number 1, run the system incredibly efficiently. Number 2, do not lose the game. Number 3, go win the game. What do I mean? Bill Belichick said, and Shady, you've quoted it very, very often, more games are lost in football than they are won. So before Brock Purdy, you got to win the game. The first thing is, hey, don't lose it. Yeah. Jordan Love lost it last week. Pick. Baker Mayfield lost it last week. Pick. Purdy, just don't lose it. Now, after you don't lose it, hey, if we need you to, go win it. But I don't think Purdy's demand nor command is go win the game.
Then Purdy can't be in the conversations with the quarterbacks that we expect that from.
That's all I'm saying.
If this is, and I agree, and I think that that's fair and reasonable, and that's how I look at Purdy. And that is considered to be hate, which I think is crazy. Like, he is a very young quarterback. That's actually what you should do with a young quarterback. You should not put them. He's been in an NFC Championship game.
Why are you putting quotes?
Because, I mean, like, he was in the game. Like, he did. He
started in the game.
He was in the game. Yeah, like, he was in the game.
Why are you putting it in quotes?
Because he didn't really play that game. Like, he was in the game. He did play.
Started the game.
He played the game. We all know he played some of that game, but like, it was like this much game, and then he was not in the game anymore. We remember?
Yeah,
Shady, what happened?
Why it's in quotes.
You know what happened.
You know why I'm putting in quotes?
I just wouldn't put other people's accolades.
Would you say that he played an NFC Championship game, or would you say he got his team to an NFC Championship game?
I'll just say he started it, so got his team to it. Yeah,
it's not shade. He got hurt immediately. It was out of the game. Like, what I'm saying is he doesn't have the experience of playing a full NFC Championship game.
No, not at all.
So what I'm saying is put your quarterback, as coaches should do, put all of your players in the best position to win based off of what they're capable of doing. I think where the conversations become very animated and hostile around Brock Purdy is everything we're saying is perfectly reasonable, but people want to talk about Brock Purdy like he's in the MVP conversation. No.
But he was.
Right. Why, though? Because he shouldn't be in an MVP conversation if we talk about it's the defense's fault and they're all better, and all his job is don't lose the game. We're talking about a game. I'm a
game manager.
I want to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to hear it today. I did not say that. I did not say it.
But I don't even think Niners fans think that's. I love Brock Purdy. He manages games incredibly well, but I don't. To me, it's like if you are an MVP in the conversation, it doesn't mean you are the best player. It means you are playing the best. You can win Best Actor, and it doesn't mean you're the best actor in the world. It means you played that role better than everybody else played the roles that they were asked to play that season of acting. So when I say Brock Purdy is a lead in his system, I'm not saying he's better than Josh. I don't think he's better than Lamar. I don't think he's better than Pat. I don't think he's better than Burrow, blah, blah, blah. But he's better at what he does than so many other quarterbacks. That's what I just don't get. That's a concept that's very hard for people to grasp. But to me, that's the difference.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. I'm just saying we don't need to be arguing about it.
You took Purdy. Because I think Purdy runs his system better than I think Lamar runs his system. I don't think he is better. I think what he does, he runs his system better.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.